Hello, everybody. My name is Lele, and this is Senzi.
I am Senzegile.
Senzekile. Welcome to
Meaningful Conversations.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, how's everybody doing? We're good. Well, it's been kind of up and down, but today I'm feeling good. When how are you feeling?
I'm feeling awesome.
Great.
It's been an interesting week with spring day not being springy
So springy, ne?
and warm. It was cold. So yeah, it's awesome to have some sun, lovely sun today. Clear skies and warmth. Warm.
My summer body is not ready, but I'm glad it's still spring.
My body's ready all the time.
Wow. Girl, you are woke. You are free. Now I want I want to be toned. Yeah, I used to be toned.
We'll get there.
And yeah, toned all over.
But regardless, the body's ready all the time. I'm ready.
She is.
It's not about y'all. It's about me. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm wearing shorts. Not for use for me and dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cellulite or no cellulite.
Yeah, man. Okay, so let's see. Body images. Body image. Speaking of being summer ready or whatever, what is your view on body image? What is body image?
I think for me, body image has grown with me. It changes. In the 90s. This was not in fashion, and I was bashing myself for not being in fashion because I wanted to be slim. I feel like that face.
I wasn't slim in the 90s.
But and I ended up doing all these ridiculous exercises to make my face to appear slimmer, trying to work against what God has created. But yeah, so now the body image has evolved over time.
You mean your personal body image?
My personal body image has evolved over time, and I'm in a space where my body image is ruled by: am I healthy? Do I feel healthy? Do I feel good? Am I not having stomach problems? And am I fit to go up, a couple of stairs without having to lose my breath? That is important to me.
Lovely.
That is important to me. So that is a body that is fit for me. Okay, so whether it has bulges or cellulite or stretch marks, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Alrighty. Body image. For me, body image is something that's been changing over time. I grew up being very insecure about my body. I could possibly say the shape, its natural shape. I am, I don't know if I'm hourglass or pear shaped. I don't know anymore. So, but anyway, I used to be teased a lot for the body figure. I don't know how to say it, body shape, that I had. And I was just telling Cindy the other day that it's so interesting that this thing keeps on changing. There was a time when being absolutely slim was the in thing, and at that time now I wasn't slim. I remember I was just feeling like my thighs and my legs could just listen to me and just be thinner. But recently, man, like past few years, the pear shape has gone in. I don't know if
The booty.
Yes.
The booty's in fashion.
The booty is in fashion, and I was just looking at people all of a sudden.
Thick
Nicki Minaj, big thighs. And I was thinking,
thickness is in fashion.
thickness is in fashion.
But it was not in the 90s.
It was not in the 90s. And I was thinking, I remember at that moment I was like, no, not anymore. I'm not gonna try and change my body to fit what is in fashion and what is not. And I was like, I am gonna accept myself just the way I am, and I'm just gonna want health. Because, for me, I was saying to somebody the other time that as long as it's as a result of me eating healthy and me following a healthy exercise routine or lifestyle in general, it does not have to be exercise as long as it's healthy. Then whatever form my body takes, I will accept it. So yeah, that's my view. But I read some of body images, basically how you view yourself in comparison to what is sexually attractive. What is people find to be sexually attractive? That's what I read when I googled it. So
that's interesting.
On that note, what do you have to say about that?
Wow.
What are your experiences as well?
According to whose standards?
Thank you.
Because for now, in all honesty, I love muscle. I love muscle on me. I love muscle on others. It's my earring. My earring.
It's for your image.
It's my earring. So for me, muscle is always something that is very much attractive. And because of the fact that it is manufactured, you have to create it. It's not something that you
just
naturally just are gonna have.
Okay.
Especially
as a woman.
Yeah, whether you're a woman or a man, but especially obviously as a woman, And for Nam, there's a lot of things that physically, I have had to just accept regardless of what people think. People have said to me, "You've got a lovely smile and you've got a lovely face," but because I have not felt it, it has not been relevant. It has been irrelevant. It's like, okay,
that is so true.
Thank you, but you still walk away, you're still thinking, my face, if only it was like this.
Yeah.
If this could change, and people are constantly telling you, "You've got a lovely smile. You've got such a lovely face,"
and I'm thinking.
And I'm thinking, all this chubbiness right here, y'all think it's lovely. But what is important is you feeling it more than being told about it. And so I don't know if it's relevant now for everybody to think you're sexy and you don't feel sexy.
It's interesting. You remember when I used to work out?
Yeah.
When I was all ripped.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like, guys, I was ripped.
And she was my inspiration.
I was ripped and everywhere. My arms were ripped. My thighs, I had a strong thigh game.
She could be on Women's Health.
She used to say that.
She could be on Women's Health and no airbrushing necessary.
No, guys.
Just
my stomach. And yes, to a certain degree, I felt more comfortable with my body in the sense that it was healthier. But it didn't, she would joke and be like, if I had that body, I would dress differently.
And to actually dressing.
And she would be telling
people would know.
Every other one of her other friends would be like, okay, so where's the 4-pack or whatever?
She's got it. Like she was on exhibition all the time.
She's exhibiting me. But the funny thing is that I felt more comfortable with my body just a few years later, when I was not working out anymore, when I was chubbier and when I didn't have any of those muscles that I desired.
That you're not chubby. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Body image issues. I still have them.
This is chubby.
Chubby. Oh, please. So yeah, guys. So it did something to me to realize that you can work out and look the best you've ever been, but if you don't believe that you look great, it doesn't matter whether you how other people see you. What matters is how you perceive yourself. And usually when people tell me or ask me about, because my body hasn't, I usually say to Senzo, ever since I came to a point where I was at peace with my body, I feel like it's also at peace with me. So what I mean by that is that I don't necessarily follow a very strict diet. You know, I could eat healthier. That's what I'm trying to say. I could improve in terms of what I eat and what I don't eat. I could exercise a whole lot. Actually, I haven't been exercising in a while.
Who has? Well, except for those people that have been posting lockdown videos on getting in shape.
So I could do that, but and I want to improve, but I don't gain as quickly as before, you know, and I truly believe that it's because I have, I'm at peace with my body. Like I've actually I stood in front of the mirror, literally said, I actually love this body. You know, I'm grateful, Father, that you gave me this body. And it has taken me to so many places and so many things. And as much as I've eaten so many toxic things and whatever, it's still here and it's still working, you know, better than it should be based on how I took care of it. I should have taken better care of it. So I feel like, you know, before you even start to exercise, before you even start to think of how can I eat differently, before you even decide how you want your body to be, I think it's important to just acknowledge it and say you're beautiful, just like you would another person. Like you are beautiful, my friend. Actually, you know, I know you know it, but you don't know it as much as you should.
Are you telling me? Because
I'm telling you.
Oh, Luan,
I'm telling
very
you.
beautiful.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
And sexy.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah, so before, you know, it's easier for us as women to tell other people how you look good or whatever, but take time and just enjoy what God has given you before you even try changing it. So, yeah, that's my view on body image and my journey, well, it's not all of my journey, but yeah, some of the journey.
Some of the journey. But for me, I feel like it is, my body hasn't changed. Okay, it has changed somewhat, but it has not changed drastically. Like, I'm not a different person. I'm still the same person with the same body shape, with the same chubbiness. Like, one of the things I've made peace with is that regardless of how much weight I would lose, I'm still gonna have this chubby face, you know. And I'm gonna surprise people because then my face looks like this, and then I take off because I do want to have like shaped arms and stuff, you know. And I'll take off the jacket. People are gonna be like, "Is that you?" I'm like, you know, oh me, you know. So those are the things, and that is the one thing that I've always been against, my face. And this is what people see, you know. I remember in high school, I used to feel like I would walk around with, I wish I could wear a cardboard around my face so that people don't see my face, you know. But the truth for me, I feel, is it's an internal work because we are not really external beings. We exist, you know, in the skin and in this flesh, but at the crux of it all, or the core of it all, is we are internal beings. And once the balance is reached there, it works with the external. Because for me, the battle that I was having was so intense. I used to feel like literally, if I can just have a different vehicle, everything would be sorted. Like, God, if you had just put me in a different vehicle, I am sure I was going to be much more happier with myself. Okay? If you put me in a slimmer vehicle, I would be very happy, you know? But I realized the more work, the more there was work done, you know, internally, the more appreciative I started being of how I looked externally. And fighting it is just one of those distractions that, you know, we go through and we waste a lot of time. You know, and the more I love myself internally, the more I fell in love with myself externally. The more I, you know, could recognize myself, because I think there is an innate again desire that God has, you know, placed in us, so that it like points us back home. You know, and when that desire is not met, we make up different reasons for why they're unhappy so that we can make sense of it. Because, existing here requires for us to want to make sense of things, even though, well, in all truth, nothing really does make sense. Uncertainty is that God in the creation that He's created. It's Him. But because of the fact that we want to make sense, because we've created languages as well to give things names, it makes us feel better about ourselves when we can be able to call something that can give it a meaning. And so because we can now give it a meaning, then it starts being how we redirect the things that don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? So because we redirected, now I know the reason why I'm unhappy is because of my face. If my face was just fine, then everything would be okay. Meanwhile, it's not even that. It's not even your face, And I think that is the unfortunate thing about the constant chasing that we're having when it comes to body image. The constant chasing that we are having is actually within us. We're facing it all the time, but we do not want to just sit still and be silent and do that introspection and be able to meet ourselves. Because once you meet yourself, the external is just, there to allow for you to then be able to function and exist here. Yeah.
That is so true, because it's harder to do internal work than it is to do external work.
Yeah.
I find it that way. At least let me say that it's harder for me to allow. Like I said, my frame of reference is always the Bible, and when I read it for me. It's a reflection of where I'm at and where I'm not, and so a lot of times it's not even easy to approach it. When I know it's time for me to go into that space, because so many things are gonna come out about me that I'm uncomfortable with, even body image issues. Because the reason I love that book, even calling it a book, I feel like I'm minimizing it. The reason I love the word so much is that everything is covered in there, and I love the fresh outlook of it. That it's not every time something that I've heard. It's not norm. It's not. Yeah. It's against the norm. Yes, that's what I love about it. It's against the norm. So what I heard the other day, the other lady was saying, Corey, related to body image as well, or I want to relate it to body image as well, is that when something is different, we want to, we like it when things are not so different, and yet difference and variety is the essence of how our very world is created.
Yep.
You have trees, you have grass, you have flowers, but even with that, you have different types of grass, you have different types of flowers, you have different types of trees, and no one looks at the tree and says, weird tree, why are you doing it? Why are you all spiky and stuff?
Why don't you look like the other trees?
Why don't you look like the other trees? Why is this tree so short? And we even have names, it's like a shrub, and we don't have a problem with that.
Exactly.
But with human beings, it's almost like when you're different, it's like we don't know, like what we spoke about when we spoke about perceptions, and what you just said right now. Or do we try and we want to fit everything into something, box everything so that it's easier for us to, I don't know if it's a matter of easier or whatever, or maybe even to commercialize everything, or to standardize things. And I don't
we want things to make sense.
We want things to make sense.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like even with body image, it comes from that place where, because now everybody wants to have a small waist and a bum, and I feel like for me, it's fine. We can't all look the same. Even when this big bum and small waist goes away, I'm fine. I don't want to look like everybody.
Or the big cheeks go out of fashion.
I'm fine. The way that I'm created, I cannot, like, my person will like me just the way that I am.
Yeah.
When he sees me, he'll be like, okay, this girl, just the way they are, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be changing. And guys, we did say body image now, according to what I've read, is an external thing. It's not an internal. You can't see. Now, when we're talking about the body, we're not talking about the heart and the small and the big intestine. We're talking about, external.
The external.
Basically, it's not just about how you look. It's also about how people perceive you. That's the
Perceive it.
discussion that's, here.
And then I'm not big on six packs. Like, my goodness.
Now, I kind of like six packs. She doesn't, so.
No, it's not that I don't like them. Like, if you have them, it's good. It's okay.
Yes.
It's not going to take away the fact that you still look sexy for me without a six pack.
And at the end of the day, like, okay, what I like about that is that me and her, we don't have problems of liking the same.
Yes.
Because we are different. And so even the people we find attractive are different.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But ultimately, I can find a guy who looks exceptionally great on the outside, but when we sit down and talk, it's like,
that is major.
God bless you. And
That's major. That's major.
So at the end of the day, it's about the human being as well. But guys, really, we cannot change. You are beautiful the way you are. It's just that you haven't seen it. And I think it takes work also to look at something, to look at yourself and find the beauty in yourself.
Yeah.
Now I have issues with my nose. I was telling Cindy, she didn't believe me. I remember my brother used to tease me about it, and I remember feeling like, yo, this guy. But I internalize that to a point where I get insecure sometimes when I have to take pictures. The first thing I go to when I look at pictures is my nose. I'm like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have smelled. My smell shouldn't have been so broad because now my nose is becoming so big. and now I've made a decision. Okay, I and people are gonna think it's vain. I printed pictures of myself, and I feel like I want to go and say, Leni, it's just as it is. The way that God created it is perfect, and it's your own type of beauty. It's not like we are all beautiful, and we're not supposed to. It's not the same. Who decides on beauty? No one. In fact, there's that saying that the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, meaning different people will look beautiful to different people. You understand?
The beer.
I don't know about that. But you cannot, even with personality, even who you are, you cannot be liked by everybody.
Yeah.
Even how you look, you will not be able to attract everybody. So it is okay. It is okay. As long as what matters is as long as you love yourself and you've accepted yourself as a beautiful being and as a handsome being. But I don't think men have body issues as much as us. They may have them, but not as much as us. They do. Like you find Babu cover, shellering.
No, like for one, they just feel like Bona. It kind of gives what's this word? Okay, let us call it validator, It's a validation to say I can't get this chick.
Oh,
so it makes me feel better about myself.
Okay.
So therefore I'm not that bad.
Sorry.
So whether you can have your six-pack, man, guess what? I'll take the cup. It doesn't take away the fact that I still don't like my cup. But having this hot chick is a validation already.
And I can have her.
Yeah, I can have her. So, I'm not doing that. My equivalent in mentoring and being a good person has just been uplifted because of this chick that I was able to go out with me.
Now it's changing because money is becoming another way of.
It has always been.
These days.
No, it has always been.
Has it always been?
It has always been. In high school, remember in high school, we got in high school, where guys will be coming there, but to collect. That was the one they used when UJ back there.
Oh, with the cars.
Yeah, with the cars and whatever. And so, because of the fact that you don't want to be looking at your inside or dealing with you.
Yeah.
You are going to get all these things that are going to tell you, you're going to get a whole lot of quantity to sort out the quality
To
issues.
validate, yeah.
Okay. It's like Pick and Pay. They're told or stock someone it's sick, ne?
Okay.
And instead of going out and dealing with that stock issue, going back, taking the product off from the shelves, tracing the product, let's say the batch numbers or whatever, trace that product, take it back, go and do further testings to find out what is the cause, so we don't repeat the same thing again. No, Pick and Pay is like, you know what, you'll get a free spoon with it. You get a free spoon with it, you get a holiday. It's like, yeah, but it made me sick. Like, you know what, forget about the sickness. When you're eating with a silver spoon, you're going to forget about all of that.
And then somebody's like, did you say silver spoon now?
Did you say silver spoon?
Okay, I'll have 2 of those.
I'll have 2 of those. You still going to get sick.
Yeah, I'll get sick, but
I'll be using the silver spoon. So it's the same thing. Do you understand?
Okay.
Do you understand? So getting in touch with yourself is exactly that. It's realizing there's an issue. Oh, there's an issue. Hey man, let's try to find out where this thing comes from. Because it's internal, it's not external. It is the actual product that is making someone sick. It's not the covering of it. It's not the fact that, packaging was bad. People got sick. They didn't eat the cover. They didn't eat the packaging. They ate the actual contents inside that product. It would be ridiculous. Even why would they do that? It's the actual product. But yet we're going around wanting to do that. There's a problem with it's making you sick, but you're like, you know what? I think next time let's just get a silver spoon. It'll make me feel better. I know I'm going to get sick afterwards, but I will be eating with a silver spoon.
And my friends are gonna be so jealous of me.
I'm so jealous because I'll be having a silver spoon.
They don't have silver spoons.
No, you know what? As a matter of fact, I think I need to eat it in a very beautiful house. Yeah. I'm gonna eat the same product because I can't run away from it, because really, it's what I need to survive. But I think a house will make me feel better. And you still get sick. You still run to the toilet, you still throw up. But I think if I can just get a lovely matching set, dining set to go with this, it will help me with this issue. That is what we do.
Yeah.
That is what medicating ourselves does.
Yeah. We are ignoring the problem based on the external solution.
Yeah.
Immediate solution that looks good to others, but we know that it doesn't benefit us.
But look at all the work though.
Yeah.
It's an equivalent of what you could have done.
So yeah, guys, on that note, comment please and let us know what your views are on body image and what insecurities do you have, if you're willing to share, and how have you grown or transitioned, as you grow up, or how have you become more confident, or have you become more self-conscious of the things that of your body image. So yeah, on that note, thank you so much for listening. My name is Lele.
I am Insecurities. It's been real.
It's been real.
Thank you for joining us.
Meaningful conversations. Thank you so much for joining us. You know what to do.
Subscribe, like, and comment.
Thank you. Bye.
Peace.